Diogo, your name is Buddy System, just as an FYI.
Hey, everybody, we'll wait a few more minutes. Mohammed should be here any moment, and some of the rest of the team. So, how, hey Spencer, how you doing? That looks great.
I have to say this is probably the only background I kind of like. I kind of like the purple. It makes my shirts much brighter. So it's like, oh, okay, yes. So now I don't have to wear light, bright red. I could just wear darker red. I like darker red colors, so I like this background. Good job, Sharon. I like this background.
Yeah, we also have the American flag.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just I like the purple or the magenta, dark magenta color. I like it. So it's a lot more.
Jiren, sorry I didn't reply back to you. I got caught up with some other things and kind of backlog, but we'll I'll get back to you on that all that stuff. Um, Antoine, you had
There's Muhammad.
doing okay, Antoine?
I'm okay.
You make the tour around the island yet?
Well, I explored the rest of Kontopuri.
Uh-huh.
I went a little bit around.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Let's see.
the nearby village.
Yep.
So did you find out how many people live in the village where you're living?
I saw that somewhere. I think it's around 200 people.
Nice. Well,
Only 200 people?
It's very small. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I should come there.
yeah, it's in the middle of the island. You got a place, but
Excuse me. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. Antoine, I have a question for you, man. So,
Yes.
I'm a Muslim, and my
Hmm.
fiance, it's gonna be in the future, my wife, she's Muslim also. So, if I came to this island, there are a lot of girls, like, like Arabian girls, or it's kind of a good place because if my wife find out, like, I'm looking at those girls, she might kill me. So, yes. So, what do you think? Should I come or just keep in place?
I don't know, depends on where you're at. I mean, if you go to small villages and all, it's okay.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Antoine.
Well, you're going to be staying someplace on a beach, Mohammed, on a beach
On the
with
beach.
an amazing.
That's actually the place that she gonna kill me. If she saw anyone else on that beach, any girl, I'm not lying, Mr. Joe. She might kill me.
Yeah. Well, you'll everything will be okay. Don't worry. We're gonna have you meet another capital here. It's a little bit bigger. It's 15,000 people live here. The rest of the island has another 2,000 about, so probably 3,000 in the rest of the island.
Yes,
But
I'll consider that. Yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
we might have one of the girls that attended the orientation meeting. She's thinking about coming. So, Antoine, you might have another colleague coming to Limnos, but I don't think we're going to have her. I think we're going to help her get a place so she's not living in the middle of the island.
Yeah, but it's hard getting a house or something. There's not
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Well, you just have to know people. But okay, um, Oliver joined. So I don't know. Haroon sent a message that he's not feeling well. I saw a note from Addie. I don't know. Has anyone else responded? Maybe we should get started. Um, Mohammed, do you want to message people, or Spencer, did you message anyone? I think, is Indra here?
I think from the design team, Claudia will not be here. Didn't hear from Diego. I think Dina will come. Uh,
Diego's here.
I didn't see her. So yeah, welcome, man. Sorry for that. I didn't see you. Yes, Mr. John. I think we can start right now. And Machi also sent a message. He said he might be late with this meeting.
Okay, okay. And I see Sally's also joined. Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Okay. Okay. So last meeting, kind of went over a bunch of stuff. For humanoid, we went over artificial muscle, specifically fiber pumps, McKibben actuators, and then that combined situation. And talked about a little about Sharin working on the digital side, specifically with the kind of marketing side of RoboCollective with putting decals on robots and stuff like that. And then Indra worked on simulation. If she doesn't come, I'll briefly cover that, what she's doing. She had some progress there, and I'd probably share it. IoT, you have your logic has been created. You're working on your bootloaders and CAD design. John has given you a deadline to try and get out of dev kits, so I'm currently interested in how that's going. Front end, you guys have created you're creating your version 2 features, kind of requirements, implement them, and a development roadmap for how you want to implement them. Back end, you guys are testing the back end deployment and you're studying your super memory architecture integration. Multimodal, you guys are getting your GPU setting up and will start your microservice deployment. QA, you're testing the user interface task. Or you have a testing task and then QA automation through AI, which was being talked about by Oliver. I don't know if he has any updates, but we'll see. FloLabs Travel, you have some backend deployment fixes that will start once the FloBrain backend deployment is complete. So you guys are waiting more on the backend there. Automation, you guys have 3 workflows you're working on specifically with intern integration and bringing interns in, sending emails before orientation, and doing an Indeed an Indeed workflow and a after orientation workflow. You guys said you had some good progress and you kind of fixed that multiple email bombardment that new interns would get. So you guys covered that. Data, you had your MoodChanger scalability. You guys also wanted some info on FloBrain, modifying the health kit scheme for MoodChanger. And then you're working on I had the Health Buddy dashboard completed, and you guys were working on the same thing as automation. For design, uh, specifically for the websites, you had CAIPO, which was in development. Space Venture, you were going to publish either Thursday or either Wednesday or Thursday, so I'm interested to see if you guys got that done. FloLabs International, you're working on some modifications there, and you were working on FloBrain for newer UIs, and you guys thought you would have this done by Sunday or done by today. And then we had nothing to do with organization. So that was last meeting. Um, so let's get started here. I don't see Nago here. He joined Wednesday's meeting, but he is a new team member, so we'll see if he joins later. Um, but yep. Uh, Humanoid project, as stated before, we are still doing some artificial muscle work. Um, I have completely reverse engineered the entire process from the MIT paper. I have have to done it. I figured out how they did the entire thing, which is beyond impressive for me. Um, so for me, I'm working on putting it together in a paper, and starting to try to get a kind of workable manufacturing process written down. Uh, as I taught to I actually emailed some old professors, kind of getting their opinions on it. They gave me a list of stuff that I should be doing, as kind of this is a newer science, especially the fiber pump side of it. So I got their opinions. So I have those written down, um, and trying to implement them. Then Indra has completed the edge detection simulation. She's moving on to pathing and tracking. So she's moving on to that kind of stuff, for the robot to kind of find its way around obstacles and how to avoid or even climb over. So she's currently working that. Indra is here, so she might be able to give us kind of an overview of what she's doing with simulation.
Um, yeah, the basics of the simulation, for example, the world and the robot model, I finished. Now I'm just testing out the algorithms. For example, for edge detection, I read the infrared sensor data to detect if the robot is at the edge of the desk. And for now, the robot starts moving forward, and if it detects an edge, it stops. That's it for now. And then that can be integrated with the path planning algorithm. So because the world and the robot it's already modeled in the simulation, now I just have to focus on researching which path planning algorithm to use and how to integrate it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have kind of plenty of examples of what I want you to try to figure out. Bunch of examples, 2 to 3 point, like 1 point to another point to another point to another point, and point to an accident and stuff like that. So you have a bunch of things that I basically want you to try to figure out. So you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Um, on the digital side, I know Shervin's working on other things right now, so I don't expect a major update there. So I know you're working on it, but I know it's going slow. And I expected that, especially with you becoming the team lead for UI UX. So I expected that. That's why your time is That's why your deadline is so long. So I kind of expected that. But besides that, we are all working on something. Uh, we're all currently working on, especially kind of focused on RoboCollective, with that little fire under everybody. Um, trying to get trying to get to that form of revenue that we want to get to, especially RoboCollective, is that is believed to be the closest thing for humanoid right now. But besides that, that's everything for humanoid. If we want to move on to CAIPO, let's
Oh,
see.
sorry, Spencer, just before we move on, um, what's the status of Robo Collective?
For RoboCollective right now, I didn't look at it in a bit. Let me go here to see what everyone. I know Mohammed has it, so if he wants to kind of start working on it, he can. But um, kind of the fixes that we found, but let me see here. Um, I see the database. There's a couple more now, but I'm still waiting for more people's. I still want to see more people do the task. If you need a reminder of what that task is, I can show it real quick.
Yeah, it's to review the Robo Collective website
Yeah, just go
and provide
through.
feedback.
Yep. It's named RoboCollective.AI checkup. That is the task. It should be assigned to everyone here, unless you're newer. You probably don't have it. Uh, but almost everyone here should have it. If you don't, feel free to send me an at over Discord so then I know who to send it to. But it's under the name RoboCollective.AI checkup. So that's just for everyone to kind of look at RoboCollective and give their opinion on it.
Yeah, it shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Um,
it shouldn't take you long. It just hop on, load the website, go through it. If you find a bug, great. If you find an error, good. If you want to just change something cosmetically, I mean, put it down, and that would be an opinion for Muhammad to kind of implement
and maybe you could just put a deadline by next week from today.
a week from
Uh,
today. Yeah,
so all tasks should have deadlines.
yeah.
And Mohammed and Jiren, you can go ahead and based on the feedback, we need to move forward on looking at that. If there's any keepers that we want to, you know, use to update the site. Uh, if not, then not. But we need to complete the website. We don't worry about everybody getting everybody's feedback. Once we get other people's feedback, we can look at their thoughts also. But we need to get it to a final version. Um, it's been out there for a while now, and this is like our uh, our focus to launch and start to promote and start to sell these robots from these companies that I spent a lot of effort and money meeting with them when I was in China for 3 months and at various conferences and stuff. And it's unfortunate it's taken us so long, uh, but we need to start promoting the website and put Mohammed and got kind of a operations team, sales operations in a way, but we'll put together a process for generating the leads and how we're going to deal with that. We kind of talked about we'll have meetings, one-on-one meetings with people, or 10-on-1 meetings. We'll have the FloLabs humanoid team and and on those meetings with any prospects, and we'll, go down the path of getting one sale, and then two, and then three, and then we'll work out the bugs in the process. So, yeah, yeah, that's really
Yes, Mr.
important
John.
to move forward.
Yes, Mr. John. We just waited for the task to be done. So, like what you said right now, and Spencer said, um, the next design meeting, actually, we're gonna have the feedbacks that we're gonna have within the task, and we're gonna review that, and we're gonna update RoboCollective this week. So the next week, you're gonna have like the final version of RoboCollective. Be sure of that, Mr. John.
Okay, and then of course Whitney in the data team meeting, Whitney talked about um, issues that he found on one of our other sites. So he's going to add that, and we need to make sure that, you know, um, Robo Collective is also, um, speed and other things. So there's no 404 errors or anything. Uh, so we'll have to implement whatever his feedback is to any fixes that we have. I imagine he'll find numerous as he found on the other sites.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy if someone find a bug so we can fix that. So guys, any bug, if you find a bug, just let us know. And with Whitney, I think he's doing a good job, Mr. John. So yes.
Okay, great, great, thank you.
Okay.
And
Let's go on.
I'm sorry, the other thing, we spoke about, with Tarl, uh, we're adding information about kind of quantum, uh, some of the future projects that we're going to be working on, and um, photonics, and then what you talked about. So did you work on something with Pranad, um, or
I I
have you talked
reached
to?
out I've reached out to Pranad. I still haven't heard anything. I'm gonna reach out to him today again just to kind of see if I could. I don't know if my messages, because last couple days I've been having hilarious internet problems because a internet line here went down. So construction workers accidentally cut a fiber line while digging. So my internet's been completely shot. So I don't even know if my messages have gone through, but I will probably send another message today since it seems like I am somewhat back up and running. Um, it's been difficult the last couple days, so now that I seem like I'm back up and running here, I'll probably send another message to Pranad to see if it gets through. Because now that I look at my message to Pranad, yeah, they didn't go. They're like they have like a message saying that it wasn't sent. So
Okay,
great.
okay.
So yeah, I'll send a
So,
message to Pranad.
yeah, and just kind of on Charles, we've kind of talked about this, kind of the stuff that we want to work on, and also stuff related to EEG, brain, and um, bio stuff, kind of all the stuff that's going on with, you know, biological humanoids. Um, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. CAIPO IoT. If Ash, if you want to give us an update on that, you're
Yeah, sure, I got you. So I tested my sleep wake code. It didn't work, so I did another one and I put it on the GitHub. Um, I think um Haroon and Antoine are working on the bootloader, I assume. And yeah, I think Rebecca is doing the design for the CAIPO, like the model, like Rebecca and Addie. But yeah, that's mostly what I've been working on. And I've also been today I'm gonna do some more research on the hardware of CAIPO like or the wristbands.
Yes. Okay. Makes sense. You guys are doing the same stuff you did from last week. It makes sense.
Mhm.
Before we continue, I do want to mention that for the but I said that I reverse engineered the fiber pumps and I actually got pretty close. I got so close that the actual professor that published the paper went, "How are you getting this close?" Um, so I just want to bring that up because I think that's hilarious that I actually got a message. So that was fun. Trying to say he was curious how I even got that close. So I am now one of the few people that has gotten who is this close to actually figuring out how they did it. So I am happy uh, because that has been a long process, but I just think it's hilarious that they're all like how. So it's fun. Um, but besides that, yeah, it seems like you guys are doing the same thing you've been doing these last couple of days in CAIPO, which is to be expected since the tasks that you guys are doing are pretty long, especially 3D design, coding, and working on the bootloader. They're somewhat intensive tasks. Of course, you can use AI to shorten it, but they're still pretty intensive tasks, especially when coming to working on a new wearable for a market. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
If
Before
let
we go on, because we
Yep.
do have some other things with the IoT team,
Okay.
and this is Charles isn't here. Mohammed, do you know is Charles going to be here? Um,
He didn't send any message to me, but I will ask him. I'll send him a message to
okay.
check him.
Yeah, and
Charles
also
Constant.
Emily. Is Emily here? No, I don't see Emily.
No,
Um,
Emily. I will send both
yeah.
of them message.
Okay. Okay. Well, Antoine, do you want to talk about the research that you've been working on? So I think that's basically what we wanted to kind of get a presentation, deep dive into the research that you guys have been doing on the competitors and whatever else you've been working on this last week.
Well, I will try a screen share.
Okay.
Hopefully, my actual internet connection will allow it. How does it work? Share. Mhm. Product comparison. That's it. Uh, all right. Oh, it's doing weird.
Give it a sec. There you go.
I have black screens each 2 or 3 seconds. What?
Oliver knows how to get rid of those. Oliver, do you see those are back? How did those get there?
Wait. My whoa, whoa, whoa. My computer is dying.
Yep.
Ah,
Look,
it's all
to
right.
this,
I think
yeah,
all right.
to disable the
It's
UI,
working, I think.
you can press Control Control Alt Shift H, and that should disable all the Zoom UI. And then you can press the same keys to re-enable them.
Yeah, right. But it's working. I don't have any issue.
Yeah, but
It
We,
was
we,
have
very
you
we,
turned
weird,
off
we,
the?
but
we can see it over. We can see it though,
Yeah,
Antoine.
uh you can see what that?
Yeah,
Wonder
there's some
uh
bars and stuff. Do what Oliver said. Click on Control Alt Shift and H,
I did
and then
that. I did that. You see?
I cannot see your screen.
I can see the screen, but I
So
can't. The black bar's still up there.
okay, so maybe it
I'm
might be.
doing it. Control Alt Shift H is gone.
Yeah, when you don't see the UI, we cannot see the black boxes. But I think there's something wrong with the internet because I cannot. I mean, at least I don't have any updates from your screen.
Everyone wants me to talk to you about something.
Well,
Tara.
is it working?
Mm,
Well, it's the section to the right is covered up.
Yes, but what
uh,
can I do about
There's
it?
why can we do something about here?
Because I'm putting it on the bottom right corner, but if you
Mm,
see it, it's weird. Can't really do anything about this.
Oliver, do you have any other suggestions?
mm. I think that's an internet issue, and we cannot really change the bitrate on Zoom, so I'm not sure what we can do to. Because
Are
I
you
think
sure you are?
he.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, no,
I
go ahead.
want to say like, are you sure you are sharing the right screen?
Yes, I can try again. Wait a bit. Can try again. Screen, product comparison matrix, share, content only, share, and done. I'm on it.
Okay.
Let me search for a solution on internet.
I
You
don't
want to
know.
try unsharing and then share again?
Yeah. All right, stop. Then so this share, right?
Okay, it's gone
And
now.
oh, okay, right. So it's working now.
Yeah, the black box on the right is gone, so we can see everything. Okay,
All right. All right, all
perfect.
right. So first, I'd like to say that for each information I found, I added comments with the source so everyone can check it out. Like that, if there are incorrect data or anything, it's more easy to, it's easier to fix. All right. So the most important, in my opinion, is that the limitless pendant and rewind pendant are out of the market. They are in their end of life because Limitless has been acquired by Meta, and their product, the Limitless pendant, will be discontinued either at the end of the year or in 2027. And the rewind, in fact, it's Limitless, but the company has rebranded as Limitless in 2024, so they are the same company. So both of them will be discontinued soon. Um, the product we have more information on is the Omni pendant because it's fully open source. So we can see that we got a lot of updates. For instance, the battery life. At first, it was 168 hours, but on their website, it says it's only 14. So I don't understand this value. I don't know where it's coming from because there's no source, but in fact, it's 14, not 168. Um, the majority of the products are freemium and you have to buy it. So you buy the product, you can use it freely with a limited offer. Like you only have 300 words per month or something like that. And you can buy premium plans. So you can see almost all of them had that freemium, freemium, freemium. Um, the, the same thing, they have an online marketplace on their website. Plaud has retail shops, retail stores in America, all over America, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia Pacific. Each product has Bluetooth, obviously, and quite a lot of them have Wi-Fi and USB. SenseCap is the only one who has I2C, so it's a bit particular.
What is IT2C?
It's a communication protocol. It's a bit different than USB.
Okay,
You plug a wire. It's not over the air. It's not a wireless.
it's not wireless.
You need a wire to use I2C. But it's
Okay,
not. It's mostly used by programmers, so it's a bit weird to see a product with it. It's the only one, so
seems
it's worth
strange.
noting. Yes, edge versus cloud. A lot of them are using cloud only, as you can see. Only one is, well, it's CAIPO, so yeah. So it's either cloud only in the majority of cases or hybrid. Like they have a small capacity on their product. It's very limited, but it allows the product to work offline if you have an internet issue, if you're moving around. So it's quite practical. The cloud services, there's not a lot of data on them. The majority are using Google Cloud, but Omi is using Firebase as a database too. And Loki is the only one using Amazon Web Service. Is the only one. The founding, a little bit of update on the foundings. There were some data missing. That's why you see nothing on hold, but I have added it directly here. And they are the only updates.
Okay,
The
and
geographies,
I think Humane's out of business, right?
sorry.
Isn't Humane out of business? Or their assets were sold to
No, Humane is not out yet. You can pre-order the product for now. It's not out.
Okay, but Humane was sold to HP, I think. Is that right? Or we
Is
talked
it
about this.
Humane? Maybe I am. I know it's. Uh, I know which one is. It's Stream who is in early access. Yes. Oh, Humane is discontinued. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, by
because
HP.
those are a couple people from Apple that were working at Apple that launched that. And yeah, they raised almost $300 million. They went out of business.
Yeah, Humane failed quite hard. They hadn't sold a lot of products and they got out of money really quickly.
Yeah, yeah. There was also some issues with the
Yeah.
founders and the investors, but Yeah. Okay.
Geographies, the North America is the more common. Some of them are global, which is great. Or there's Europe also. There we can see Plaud is almost everywhere in the world. So like I said, the entirety of America, Europe, the Middle East a little bit, and Asia Pacific. But only a few of them are in Africa. Only those who are global. So it's like three of them confirmed. The others like Buddy or Neo, we don't really know. But as you can see, there's not Africa at all. So I don't know either there's not a market for wearable in Africa. I don't know. But it can be an opportunity for CAIPO. If CAIPO is the only wearable in Africa, well, almost only in Africa, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think yeah, every place is an opportunity right now. It's so early. But it's interesting. You mentioned some of the companies that are distributing by stores, retail stores. Um, yeah, we need to do some research to see who are those outlets because yeah, I don't know. And we could also look and target maybe retail outlets in different markets since we've got a pretty global presence and people all over the place. Um,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead, Antoine.
So for the ingress protection, so it's protection against water and oh, I forgot the word. Well, it's protection against the environment. Only two of them, well, now the human is discontinued, so only one of the products has an ingress protection confirmed. It's the local one. So same thing for CAIPO. If CAIPO can be waterproof, for instance, it can be a great advantage. So the platforms, well, iOS is everywhere. Android, not everywhere, but in the majority of cases. So mobile. Although some of them have a web application. A few only on macOS, only Omi and Finley AI and Pocket. And I think Pocket is the only wearable on Windows right now. So same thing, an opportunity on Windows maybe for CAIPO.
Which one is on? Oh, Pocket.
Pocket.
Okay, I'm not sure I've heard of
Pocket
them
is the
before.
only one who has a Windows application
Yeah.
among them. Very few data on health integrations. There's confirmed there's only the Omi pendant who can run Whoop because the Omi pendant has like an app store on their application and you can install extensions to work together with Omi. And so in the app store there is Whoop. So same thing, an opportunity for CAIPO. The latency it's only confirmed for OMI because it's open source and there's a lot of data. It's between 500 and 2000 milliseconds when it is live, and when offline, it's between 10 and 20 seconds. So it's quite precise. But for all the other wearables, there's no source, so I'm not sure. For the materials, mainly plastic and light metal like aluminum, but again, not a lot of data. On tire, there's a bit of silicone, apparently. And for Plaud, there's polycarbonates, but mostly aluminum and plastic. For the memory, it's really limited because everything is stored and used on the cloud, so they have servers. But on the actual wearables, it's only some megabytes, or even for the OMI, it's only a few kilobytes to run the program. And there's no external RAM module documented. And for SenseCap, it's 8 megabytes because mainly the data are stored and treated on the cloud, processed, sorry, on the cloud. That's why. OS firmware, no data. Patents, apparently there's only the Neo one, but they have no patents online. For the processor, I confirm some of these ARM Cortex-M, but we can see on the list it's mainly ARM Cortex, either the M or the A, but yeah. Security feature, mainly TLS is used a lot, AES also, and end-to-end encryption. Only Sharp AI Smart Link is confirmed to use a secure boot. So there may be something to do with the bootloader. If we can make a secure boot for CAIPO, it will be an advantage also, because there's
And
not a lot of it.
what is a secure boot?
Secure boot is, I don't really know in details, so I can't really talk about it. It's like a way to securely, uh, well, update and boot your wearable. I don't really know in detail.
Okay, I'm glad. I thought I was like a secure boot. I thought I should know that. So if you don't even know that, I guess I should
I'm
know it.
sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. For the sensors, it's mainly a microphone. Some of them have a camera, but it's not filming all the time. It's like a few seconds, like 1 or 2 seconds, from time to time to save battery. The Loki has more. There's a motion sensor on the
Okay.
Loki. It's
Antoine,
the only one.
Antoine, 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 Antoine.
Yeah.
Just for the quick explanation, the secure boot is a low-level software that will check if all the software components that have to run in order to make your system run load properly before launching the system. So if you have a device with Linux, it'll be something close to the BIOS, or I think it's grub for Linux. So basically those things.
All right. Well, it seems like something everyone should use, but it's only confirmed for Sharp AI SmartLink. But yeah, it's really important then. Then storage, again, not a lot of data, but it's either 64 gigabyte or 32 gigas. Because again, all the data are used on the cloud, so you don't need a lot of storage space in your device. For the weight, it's something around, in average, maybe 20-30 grams, sorry. Around something around 20 or 30 grams in average. For the language, well, not a lot of data. Aside from the OMI, because it's open source, so we have quite a lot. Dart, C, Python, Swift, and Next.js as language and framework. And for B, there's Python and Shell. And it's no surprise in both of them there's Python, because in my limited experience, Python is used a lot with AI. So if there's AI in a project, there's a good chance there's Python as well. But yeah, not a lot of data. Same thing for the database. There's just OMI. They're using Redis, but it's mostly blank. Nothing new here. The customers, it's half-half, half consumers, half professionals. So, yeah. All the other ones, like creator enterprises, developers, or students, they're not really a target. It's the consumer professional. For the support, for those we have confirmed, they are using email support. Some of them are 24/7. Like Feedly AI, it's 24/7. For Plaud, it's only during business hours and days. Some of them have a chat system and a ticket system too, like Plaud or Feedly AI, only the chat. SenseCap, the ticket system, but it's mainly email support. Well, as a wearable, we can see that a lot of strengths are the form factor, and weakness may be in battery life. No, that's not a majority, but a majority of the strength is the form factor.
Dang it.
Some of them had the privacy, like the GDPR for friend, and here we have same thing, privacy. And then the attachment
What does form factor mean, and what is
is
privacy?
the form of the product. If it's small, light, practical, Like the stream is a ring you put around your finger, or you can attach it as a necklace, and it's very small, light. So yeah, friend, does it work if I click?
The form factor is more about the ergonomics. So if CAIPO was the size of a water bottle, you will assume it will be very hard to put in my pocket. But if CAIPO was crazy small, like this microphone, then you'll assume that the form factor is very practical to carry it in the pocket or a smaller place. That's all it means. So if the form factor is a very unpractical shape, uh, mostly referring to the case, then you wouldn't treat the form factor as um how it, as a pro from for the product.
I mean, it sounds like form factor is like a heading, and then in each one we should talk about what is the form factor for each one. They're all a form factor. It sounds like. I mean,
Yeah, but some are more practical than others. So that's why they are in the strength when the form factor is an advantage over the competition.
okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe we
like
should have something like form factor included, something included next to it. What is the form factor? It's a little confusing. This the form factor. What does that mean? I mean, and yeah,
well,
okay.
it's a term also used by the companies on their websites. Some of them are saying form factor. So it's a term used in the wearable market. It's like the shape of the product, the shape, the size, the weight, all of that.
Okay. Yeah, it's still, I mean, the way you just described it, it sounds like it should be like form factor and then kind of a little description about what their form factor is. Uh, to me, it's kind of confusing, but okay.
Yeah,
We can,
maybe we can add it as comment like it's a ring, like that. Form factor a ring.
yeah, if it's a ring, the
Mm,
form factor, it's a ring. The form factor is whatever it is. What is
yeah,
each one has a certain form factor. What is that form factor that we're talking about?
yeah, right. Right. Attachment case. Well, it depends. There's a lot. There's a bit of everything. Pendant, clip, wristband. It depends on the project. There's no. There's nothing mostly used. So yeah, it's quite. You're free to choose which attachment you want.
And
Yep. Nothing in particular here.
so mm,
You have, is there a column like when the when their products were launched?
Yeah, this one, the release date,
Release date. Okay. So,
mostly
and
in 2025 or 2024, those 2 years.
pocket.
okay,
Pocket, I don't know what this is. Pocket,
Like,
1970. I don't think so.
okay.
But yeah, it's
Uh,
mostly 2024, 2025. Yeah.
okay. And maybe you could recheck and verify those dates
some
because
like 70s
Yeah,
to
I checked some of them. As you can see, there's comments.
okay,
So I sourced it like August. It's Henry. January. Yeah, no, it's not me. It wasn't me, but yeah, some are good.
Uh,
But yeah, like
and,
Pocket, definitely it's weird.
and is there a column with how many they've sold?
Unit sold? No, there's not.
Okay, yeah, maybe you could add a column to see. Uh, Probably most
Yeah.
of it's not going to be out there, but sometimes, there's, I think sometimes maybe an executive or the CEO or someone might say something or on a podcast or something. And so sometimes
Hmm.
we might find some information, but mm,
Yeah, maybe add a new column. Yes, unit sold, something like that.
units sold, yeah, yeah, that would be great.
And
And
well, it doesn't really matter, like number. All right.
yeah, 'cause, um, and do you, um, which ones are like the most popular, like the leaders from what you've seen? Have you been able, I mean, it's hard to tell without seeing how many, anyone's, how many were sold. That would really tell us who's leading. I know Plaud is certainly selling a lot of those out
Uh,
there. So, but, and which one maybe has the best reviews?
there were um, some lists of top players in the wearable market, but there are all of them are different, so it's a bit hard to find to find the truth. I know that Plaud Plaud is good, and some people also talk about B. And for the others, I don't know. Maybe I think Charles know a bit more about it because if I remember well, he told me that he found some data. But on my part, I haven't found anything great. I only
Could you
know that
click on
Plum.
Could you click on Plod's website? Take a quick look
Yep.
there. And
Come
I
here.
mean, emo is probably between Plod and emo
I think.
in the past.
Are you seeing the website or the
Yeah,
matrix?
yeah, we see the
Yes.
website now.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, all right. Yeah. Up, come here. Do you want to see something in particular or?
Well, no, just scroll down slowly and just to see.
Yeah, slowly. Oh, you have that.
Oh,
So it's for professionals mainly. Privacy and security. GDPR, you see, in Europe. Not a lot of them have it. Up, user stories, and then yada yada yada.
but they're probably the leader out of all those. Um, but
Well, they're very good as a summarization agent, yes, for meetings and all that. I
yeah, I think that
think they're the main product for that, I think.
yeah, I think that's their main product. I mean, is it an AI that's talking to them? that's talking to you using Plaud? Or is
No,
it
no, no, it's
memorization?
only listening, and on the app you can see the summary, the highlights and everything. Yeah, there's no voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know one of the videos that one of their advertisements, Jason Calacanis, I think he's an investor in them, and I listen to his podcast, and he does a commercial for them sometimes. And I know that thing that you can attach that to your phone, to the back of your phone, and you can leave your phone down.
Yeah.
So it records. Um, so that's another interesting thing you need to kind of look at as
Y-
kind of
Yeah, you
parent.
can do that, yes. You can attach it to your phone and it listens to the call, yeah.
Yeah, it has like a magnet or something, and
Yes, magnetic pin or
yeah.
like Pocket is using a magnetic battery booster clip. It's like it's using the battery as an electromagnetic to attach to the phone.
uh,
But it's the only one. Else, it's just a magnetic pin.
mhm. And can you can you click on Omi's website?
For me here, up.
I think from a open source dev kit, I think they're the main. And are they selling right now? It says a buy now button, so I guess it must be
Yeah, it's can I
trusted by how many? It says on the bottom. Does it say 3 million?
300,000
300,000.
plus.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can buy it
And
there. You can buy it, and
buy the
yeah, no problem.
single one. Okay.
Or you can change the quantity. You have oh security check. All right.
Okay. Well, I guess
Yeah,
with Charles, we'll need to kind of, look closer into which ones are the top ones and then kind of do deep dives into those and to really see. I mean, I think Plaud has probably gotten enough customer feedback, but it's weird because you're saying that they're not an AI, it's just a note taker. So
well,
do you know
it's an
like
AI, but it's an AI which summarize your meetings. It's an AI.
yeah, so it's not like an AI that you can talk to Chat GBT using
Yeah, no, not really, no.
and which are all of them just note takers or do some of them you can talk to
No,
them?
no, like
AI?
Omi is an assistant. So quite a lot of them, like Friend. I remember a bit about Friend. It's like an assistant. You talk to it, and it can save like notes. You talk to it like tomorrow I have an appointment at 8 a.m. and it will write it down. It will remind you that you have an appointment. You can ask it, I have a tomato in my fridge, what can I do with it? It can answer you. So, yeah, an assistant. Like Omi is an assistant too, if I remember correctly. Can talk to it and it will answer back using text. Not a lot of them can speak. It's quite rare, I think. Where are the sensors? Yeah.
So you can't speak to them. You can, I mean, saying it just uses text. I missed that.
Well, you speak to them and they answer by text on the app. So you have to read your application. You take your phone, you have your wearable. You say what will be the weather tomorrow, and it's writing the weather will be a bit sunny with it will be hot and on the application.
It's weird. Why wouldn't they just have the device talk back to you?
Well, certainly because it will annoy people on the street and public spaces. Like you're in the train and your wearable is speaking, everyone can hear it. It's not great.
Well, you could always put it on in silent mode.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. It's just what I think. But it's really rare.
Also the hardware.
Okay,
Most
well,
of them, the majority of them are just well writing on the application.
maybe we need to have do some research on if we can find out why they're not talking to you, and
Yeah.
because maybe there's a technical thing, maybe it's too early, maybe they've tried it and there's some technical blockers that we haven't figured that out yet. Um, I mean, it's weird,
Yes,
and
I agree.
plus maybe they're planning to phase it in, but because maybe it's difficult to do, so they're just doing note taking at first or sending messages back on your mobile text messages instead of talking to you. But it
Yeah.
seems maybe it's too expensive, could be the other thing, because um, traditionally using voice, um, it's there's a cost related. Um, so you know maybe that's another thing. Oliver, do you have any idea?
I'll say the hardware and because you can technically host your own 11 labs SDK, but you will have to sacrifice a lot of the what makes a device compact essentially. So you sacrifice the form factor that you have. If you have to add speakers and a bigger battery, then to handle that, a stronger power system, essentially power supply board also and system. So I'll say it's mostly for the hardware because most people just want to record the meetings and be able to talk to data more than having an assistant. I don't think they are selling the devices as a personal assistant that will be replying to questions everywhere.
Okay, well,
So essentially, Plaud, for example, could add a speaker, but if they do, the device will be probably 5 times thicker because if they only add a very thin speaker, like the ones we have on our phones, since the device is very light, the technique they use to fake having a bigger bass would not work well. So the sound will sound very cheap, and it's usually in that case better to avoid getting into to audio if you are not going to be able to provide a good quality sound.
yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see when we develop ours and test it. The other thing that we could consider is to have two different devices. I think the wearable um, for a necklace, and then maybe the on your wrist you could
And
wear
it's
the
also
speaker.
like not the main priority because they're not making an like off-road assistance. Like they are only making a device that records meetings, so you can technically always just use your phone to talk to the AI. It's not what we're building. So I think it's also like because they could find a technical solution to maybe increase a centimeter or something in some direction the device size, but it's probably just not the current goal. In our case, just the goal is to be able to use the device as an assistant without the phone in some cases. It's probably something that makes sense for us. Probably not a lot for Plaud or what used to be Limitless or the others.
Okay, Oliver, your voice, we can hear you kind of, it's kind of low, but
Ah,
uh, but yeah, I mean, of course they would have thought that, hey, you want to talk to your AI through your wearable. It's like it's a no-brainer. It's not like, oh, let's develop these so we can promote them so people can record their conversations and get the transcriptions during their meetings. Um, right? I mean, they would have thought like, oh man, plug this into an AI and you know that's the killer app.
I think
So
I honestly don't see it that way because it's the same that happens with AIs. If you have an AI that knows how to do everything, you basically have an agent that is very bad at everything. If you specialize your device in something, you leave some room to be able to optimize for all the rest, and I mean to optimize for your specialty, especially and be able to cut corners in all the rest. If you have to make a device that also replaces your phone, that also talks back to you and connects to your Xbox and all your devices, of course it'll be the size of a computer. Um, if you make it to do only one thing, which is in this case record, it's only maybe three main components that you have to fit into a case. So that's where the features can affect the form factor. If they wanted to make it talk back to the user, have what Humane had this little projector in front of the device will be way bigger. And but in that case, it will completely kill the form factor, and you wouldn't be able to attach it to the phone, put it in your pocket, and even replace it as your earring or I don't know necklace.
yeah, well, that projector on was something different. Um,
Yeah, but it's I mean same story. If you
but
make it do everything, you'll be bad at everything because you have to sacrifice the form factor or other components to be able to fit everything into the size that you want. Unless you are okay with having a device that's the size of your phone or a water bottle.
okay, well, Antoine, if you could have that on the list to research, um, I want to understand why these companies aren't having an AI, and I think that information is probably out there. Um, and because they've raised enough money to be able to do that and do more than just note taking, because we should be able to do note taking also. Um, but I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe the size is is too big or something. Um,
What do you mean by not using an AI? Because they are all using AI.
well, I mean talking to your AI, like talking to
Ah, yes, talking directly. Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
like sometimes I pull out my phone and I talk to Chat GBT and it talks back to me, and it's called full duplex. What it uses, you can interrupt it, and so the technology that they use, and after you talk for I can't remember, an hour, a couple hours, then it goes down to a different version. Um, Maybe that's cheaper for them to run. So, I want to talk to my chat GB. I want to talk to my AI, right? I want to have a conversation with it while I'm walking, whatever, and that's what, I want to have. And then I also would like it to see what I'm seeing. So I'm sitting here, my computer and my Outlook is freezing, and I can just ask it, take a snapshot and tell me what's wrong and how can I fix it. Uh, or if I'm in front of a restaurant and I say, can you tell me, does this have any good reviews? Or I'm I can't read a certain language, and take a picture, tell me how many calories this has or whatever. Um, so that's what we want to do with CAIPO. We want it to be able to see what we're seeing and hear, talk to it, and just use just like ChatGPT. Because when I was in China, I was using it at the grocery stores and at restaurants and stuff. Everything's uh, most things aren't in English in China, um, and I just want to avoid having to pull out my phone and doing it on my phone. I want to be able to wear it always on. And that's what
Yeah,
we're developing.
I wrote it down.
At least I hope that's what we're developing. I don't know. We also did a lot of research on what the other technologies, what these other companies, what their technology that they were using. And but yeah, so I don't know, maybe they're not developing a FloBrain that they can plug into it. I don't know. Anyway, that research is yeah critical for us to have a better idea. But this all looks good, and yeah, I want to try to get to a point where we see which one does an AI, so we can, I want to order one so I can see, how one works, and I want to use one. If we don't have one ready, I'm gonna, invest and buy one from whoever has developed one, so I can start using and talking to my chat GBT, because you know even if it doesn't have a camera. I think the only one here that had a camera, and I think now you have a couple more, right? Because which one was the um,
Uh,
Lucky
camera.
L1?
The Lucky has a camera. Sharp AI SmartLink has one. SenseCap Watcher has one. And Rabbit R1 also has a camera. So four of them. Only four.
Okay. Rabbit's a little bit different device. Rabbit's not really like, I don't think they're positioned as a wearable, right? Theirs is more a handheld device.
Let's check it out. Eh, yeah, is it loading? Yeah, uh, not sure. Yeah, well,
Just do rabbit.tech to take off that last part.
a bit. Well, it's just a product, but yeah, maybe.
Unless
Well,
they also
yeah,
run a business.
yeah, well. Maybe. Ah, there. Yes, it's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they're
the website isn't loading, it seems. But yeah,
yeah, because they
Rabbit.
also raised a lot of money, and they kind of have taken a long time to develop theirs. I don't know what changes they've had internally, but they didn't blow all their funds. Usually, a lot of startups hire a bunch of people, and then run out of money and shut down with very little to show for it, but it's weird that their website's down. We
I
should. Oh,
just
there. Okay.
it's just very slow.
Yeah. So that's a little
But
different what they're
but
doing.
yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's just wow. Yeah, it's slow. All right. But yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe in the IoT team meeting, we can look at these more, in depth. But yeah, Sally, do you have any thoughts? You're the team lead of the IoT team along with Haroon. Have you had a chance to look at this?
Yeah, we are working on tasks right now, so everyone is tasked, and we are going to get the progress on in the IoT team meeting. So from my side, I have been adding a UI for the LED logic. So it will be kind of a showcase demo, so we can make sure how it works apart from the theoretical part. And also we have the bootloader task that will be still working on by the assignees. And yeah, we are making some progress in IoT team. And we're also working on like what was it? Yeah, CAIPO website. Yeah, CAIPO website. So in the last meeting, we have actually reviewed it and made some like feedbacks, and it will be modified accordingly.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll see. Hopefully the updates will be ready by next Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have any thoughts on Antoine's research?
Yeah, it's actually like well prepared, and the companies and our competitors. So it's a good way to understand that what our competitors are doing and what should we be doing. So yeah, we can make sure it will be succeed.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to comment, suggestions about Antoine's research? The competitive products out there? Okay. Still early in the game. Everybody's going to have one in the future. Everybody's going to have a CAIPO wearable. Um, so, we just want to get out there as quickly as possible with the dev kit and see if we can get this working. The top companies, uh, well-funded companies in the Bay Area and San Francisco are working on the stuff that we're working on with wearables, with FloBrain, um, and it's yeah, it's still early and we're working on some amazing stuff. We just need to kind of keep pushing things out the door, see where we can get. Okay, Spencer, back to you.
Okay. Uh, Now would be on to front end. Indra, if you want to give us an update, what's going on there?
Yeah, I'll be quick. For the front end of the FloBrain, we are finishing the light mode and working on the animations throughout the user interface. So we're trying to identify where animations would be suitable to improve user experience.
Okay. Okay, so
And
you're basically doing the polish now.
yeah, exactly. For the
Okay.
first version, at least.
Okay. Okay. Backend.
For backend, we're testing the deployment. So we're creating a Postman collection, testing out all the APIs we developed. So we see if they got any errors and if the front end will be able to access them.
Okay. So this is your big testing part right now, doing a lot more testing than you were before.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds. I also see here you're finished your study on the super memory architecture.
Yeah. So I think for next week we'll start implementing it.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Multimodal perception.
For multimodal perception, we are setting up the HyperStack GPU. We are trying to understand how it works so we can set it up. And then we'll be able to deploy our vision model and maybe our voice model. We're finishing the prompt enhancement and we're researching on duplex models for AI interaction, sorry. That's basically what John said a while back. Just for you interacting with the AI and it knows when to interrupt you, when to talk back, things like that.
Okay. That's I was gonna ask that. What does it mean to be? What does it mean to be a duplex model? Okay. Thank you. Okay. QA team. Anyone has an update for QA? Yeah. Figure a lot of us are doing our own QA basically. Okay. FloLabs Travel. Since I don't see Bakir here, Andrew.
Now that we deployed the FloBrain backend and the team knows a little bit more on how to deploy it, we're going to go through the deployment of the FloLabs Travel backend and see where the error is at.
So you guys writing in, is it just an error where it just doesn't continue, or is it more of an error where is it a syntax error? I'll say in code here. Is it a syntax error, or is it just like a human error where you get a result out, but it's not the right result?
Basically, the server seems down, but the AWS server's container is up, so we don't understand why it's not working.
Okay. Okay, I was wondering if it was more on the human side. Okay, it's definitely the computer side of it. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Muhammad, if you want to give us an update on automation.
Hello, Spencer. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm closing the cam out of my internet connection. But regarding the automation right now, we still working on updates, the three workflows that we work on. The first one, which is the one we're using to responding for the emails before the onboarding. And the second one is for the Indeed, the jobs that we post on Indeed. And right now we working on a new workflow which is gonna take the meetings directly from Zoom to YouTube. And yeah, the work's still under development here, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So, you- Okay, cool. So basically you have four workflows in progress right now. I'll say you're still working on three, but the fourth one's kind of still early in
Yeah.
development.
Yes, of course.
Uh, Data, Sally, if you want to give us an update, what's going on over in data analytics?
Yeah, so we have the schema and the demo codes for EEG signals, and it will be presented after this meeting, like in the MoodChangers one. Also, we are working on the FloHealthcare's other perspective, like the email. So we got a reply from the company that we are trying to reach out for scalability. So we got some information from them about like what kind of device they are using and what are they doing, etc. So in the last time, they asked for us to give some information about FloBrain. So yeah, so we have information about them right now, and yeah, apart from that, we also have the Zoho migration. So it was also, I think, in the previous weeks. So the main thing was to just migrate data from HubSpot to Zoho, and we have successfully done that. There are some not blockers, but yeah, since we are testing it on our personal accounts, then we have the limited data storage. So it's working right now, and we have decided to not use all the data fields on HubSpot since some of them are only metadata, like the IDs and some like time zones, etc. So it will be used, and others are successfully migrated. So the next step will be the testing it also in the meeting and uh, get them into the company's Zoho email, which uses enterprise subscription. Apart from that, we have also the uh, like LinkedIn automation ready right now, like the schema ready. So what it will be doing is to reach out to people that are relevant to the projects we are working on and relevant to these perspectives. And yeah, we have already the template, and we already have like the context engineering part, like the system prompts to create that message to reach out to people on LinkedIn. So it will be also shown to the team members in the team meeting on Thursday, and then it will be ready for implementation.
Okay. Okay. I know you guys had questions about in migration from HubSpot to Zoho. Did I know it was the like you guys didn't have it as an automated thing, um, automated transfer. So I assume you guys did it manually. You guys kind of translated it over.
The manual part was only to create the data fields on
Oh,
Zoho.
okay. Okay, makes sense.
So the rest was automated, but the only manual thing is to get them ready on Zoho.
Okay, perfect. Okay, makes sense. Okay, good. Now design, Mohammed, over what you've done.
Yes, Spencer. So, regarding the design team, we still working on development on a lot of websites. CAIPO right now with Rebecca and Jareen, they didn't finish it yet. Hopefully, we're gonna see this in the next meeting, like the next week. FloLabs International, I think they can show us today some updates about that, Jareen and Diego. And also, we have like three versions right now for the version 2 of FloBrain. Like they similar to each one, but you're gonna see the difference between everyone. So, Jareen, can you share us what you have?
Sure. I'm gonna share the FloLabs International since I don't really remember the links for the other three, sorry. Because this. So we are going to be changing the pictures, but so far the FloLabs International will be looking something like this. So the we also have the light mode to, but before we also had the pictures same, so we kind of needed to add a tint to make them a bit brighter as well. This page we not change, but yeah,
Can you use the light?
projects and
Yeah, Jareen, can you use the dark mode? Because I know the light mode is still under development right now, the colors and the.
this is how projects page is right now. With the details and the site links. it will not load because of my VPN, but yeah. Anywho, we also have blog posts. Some of these might actually. Yeah, okay.
Are these mock data, by the way, or created from the meetings?
These blogs were on the official site. Let me actually.
This data we have it Saleh on the Stripe project because I think when the website start, they have the mindset of we need to have a blog, so you can change the information there on Stripe and yeah, for Stripe, and it's gonna work here. So yeah.
Yeah, I think those blogs are really outdated. I mean, we'll launch them as they are, but what we want to do is come back and take our meetings. Like we could take the humanoid meetings and run those through AI and get a blog. Also maybe through Notebook LM, can make a podcast out of them. You could maybe add that possibly, but yeah, that's what I saw. What was recommended that a lot of people are kind of. I mean, what we could do is use our meetings for the blogs, the things that we're talking about in these meetings. That would probably be good content, searchable content.
I thought I made them, but I guess I deleted the podcasts I made on this to just for the design meetings. So let me go back here.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why this is not working right now.
Yeah, because you didn't link the Stripe project yet for that. So basically, FloLabs International under development. We didn't finish with it yet, but thanks you, Jareen, for the amazing images that you have there. So what about the second version of FloBrain?
Uh, I can show them, but it would probably be easier for you to show because I don't remember the link of it, like the
Subdomain. Okay.
domain of it, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe Diogo, you have those. Maybe you can share them.
Yeah, I only have my version for me to show, the one I know.
The one that I
So,
sent in the chat is Diego. The second version is Jareen. So the second one is yours, Jareen, like V2-2.
Yeah, maybe
So
let Jaren do this.
I'm
Go ahead,
showing, I
Jaren.
think.
Yeah. The other one, the other one. You have another link. Look at the chat. I sent two links. The first one is for Diego. The second one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So I can start. I can show mine. You can show his, I guess, since both are there. So this is the dashboard we made for this as a version, possible version. Close this so I can fully see myself. We have the dashboard, like my workspace, showing tasks, onboarding progress, master classes, detailed time tracker, brain routings. In the timer, when you show it like this, you select the task like this or activity type, which we have as projects, I think, right now in Toggle. You start, stop, and reset, and it's saving. It was meant to save here. Chat rooms. This is just a placement. There are actually no chats here, but you can either use this from dashboard or just click here to come to the chats rooms. There are meetings like the links, recordings. And the notes, you can also add notes. This is a team lead profile, so team management can also be shown. The AI buddies are here. Other than chat rooms, there's also AI chats, which is not added since we don't really have that right now. But yes, this is pretty much it. The workspace with everything, documents and files, the tasks. Yeah. Oh, and notifications for meetings and messages and whatever. We can also see our profile with this. And the light mode. Eyes are burning.
Yes, Brian. Yes, Brian. Thank you for the updates. I know still under development, but I think you did a good job, you and Claudia. So, Diego,
Yes. Um, I shared my version already in the past design meeting, but it was pretty unfinished. So I did a little bit more tweaking to it and added some pages that were lacking. As I mentioned in that meeting, this is pretty much like a bundle of a few tools like pretty much all of us already use, uh, meshed with the previous existing version. I think Sandeep did it, so um, yeah, I'll share my screen. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yes, you can see it.
Okay. So this is the login page, basically. I applied the upper social media login as we were talking about uh, a few meetings ago. I can't really remember when. And this is the workspace. It's pretty similar to what we already had. It just like moves some stuff like the nav bar from up here to the sidebar. So it kind of looks like Opera GX workspace and like Discord some way. And I applied the other pages that were working in the past meeting. So it's kind of buggy right here, but that's pretty much it. Test page. And all like both the rooms and the buddies and tracking panels still appears. Calendar, docs, and report page. And both like pages and tools appears on the same panel. Basically, you can add more and remove more, just like a matter of customization that the user might be able to do. And we have a little tweak page right here, like it's pretty similar to the dark and light mode, but it's pretty much it's changing the palette of the page. Can change like this is pretty much like placeholders. We can talk about talk more about this later, and then change like the positioning of everything based on what's more comfortable for you. And like up here, just like we still have it because it was like a decided feature that we have, like the little switch mode. And I think that's pretty much it. Like since it's pretty much a prototype design, I think we can have a good idea of how it's going to be for the further versions if we're sticking to it.
Yeah. On what Sandeep had done, I mean, we had kind of talked like the user uh, dashboard, we were calling it the cockpit, and the admin dashboard, we were calling it mission control. But did you do kind of a mission control one, an admin?
No, no. Me and Dina, we talked about this in the meeting that we had, and she worked on this on her version, but I didn't do it in my own. So, like for the next version of the prototype, I can implement it into the workspace.
Okay, great. And was Dina your buddy on this?
Yes, but she did her own version for this one.
Okay. And Jaren, who's your buddy?
Claudia.
Buddy, okay. Great.
Okay, thank you, Diego, for the updates regarding FloBrain. Hopefully, you're gonna still update that until we have a good version at the end of the day. Sandeep also talked to me like he makes some updates, but he didn't share the updates yet on the repo or send it to me. So until he send the updates or push the code on the branch on the repository, you're gonna see the new version
Yeah.
from what Sandeep did. And we have also Space Venture Institute. Actually, guys, I said to you like we're gonna have the Space Venture Institute, the last version, and last week. So we have one right now, but I found out like it still needs some development. I'm gonna share what we have with you right now. So can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this website, as you can see, we have a hero section, a video, work at the background, and kind of like just a label here. You move down, you can see a little bit of some information, but as you can see also the image is not like aligned with the words, and I know it's under development yet, but thanks to Rebecca, she did a good job on that, and she, I think she didn't yet with the project, but we can make some updates for that. And yes, this is what we have regarding this week from the design team. Hopefully, the next week you're gonna see like the final version of some of the website that we are working on right now. That's it.
Uh, well, we don't have much time left. Maybe Spencer, maybe you want to just go around the room and give everyone a chance to kind of give us an update on what they're doing, and then we can call it a day here.
Well, I see Nago has joined us. He a newer member. So if Nago wants to unmute, introduce yourself, your education, what are you going to be doing here at FloLabs and all of that.
Okay, thank you so much, Spencer. Okay, I have a background in healthcare. In pharmacy, I studied pharmacy in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, for a bachelor's degree, and right in pharmacy school, I've always been programming. Started off with languages like C, C++, building projects and all that. But eventually, I decided to focus on areas that would contribute to my area of expertise, which is healthcare. So that prompted me into learning Python programming, then moved into data science, machine learning, and eventually, while in practice as a pharmacist, I started building AI systems and eventually into autonomous AI systems, basically agentic AI. So that's been the journey so far till I had the opportunity to apply for internship here at FloMat, and here I am. So it's been the journey so far. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the team. You're gonna probably be useful for development and our development of our FloBrain platform. So welcome to the team.
Thank you so much, Spencer.
Okay. Yeah, let's go around the room. Let's start with Ruslan. Hello, Ruslan. If you wanna tell us what you've been doing this week.
Well, I now fully focused on eliminating the critical data loss problem that occurs at the intersection of the duplication in my project.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have to look at that. Okay. Then Zadia, if you wanna tell us what you've been doing this last week.
So, hello. Me and our Sama have been working on the Postman collection, and we've been basically testing APIs in the FloBrain core.
Okay. So you're
So,
part of that big testing block.
yep.
Ofon, if you wanna tell us what you've been doing this last week, how your master classes are going and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, cool. This past week I have been working on
Hey, you're muted.
okay,
I
yeah,
think he's muted.
backend. Okay, so I was saying I was working on the FloBrain website with VJ. We were given a task by Indra to make some of the parts responsive. So we got on the call and we tried to fix that, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna say your first name, Mihari. I think that's how you say your second name. If I'm right, I'll celebrate.
Yeah, you're right. Yay.
So what
Well,
have you been doing?
I finished one of my master classes and I'm doing the other one and almost done with that. It took me the whole week. I've been spending 10 hours a day, but
Okay.
it's still there.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you what master classes have you done because we probably didn't tell you this, but we would probably we kind of have the idea that you do like the master classes that are specific to your team, and then while you're doing tasks, work on the general master class. I'm assuming you're doing it that way.
Yeah, I finished the automation master classes and now
Okay.
I'm doing the
Perfect.
developer master classes. I'm also doing have backend that we have to read for this week. I was reading that too.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, because we know the general masterclass takes the longest. It is the most intensive because you're getting an overview of basically the entirety of what we're doing here. So we want people to do their Pacific masterclasses first, and then while working on tasks, focus on
Oh,
have complete the general as well. I see. Now, didn't do that. Now you're learning it.
I did it the other way around. I did the general first.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I will tell you, I was on that boat as well, so you're not alone. I
All
did
right.
general first. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I think that is everyone that didn't speak today, John.
Okay. Um, anyone want to have anything to say before we call it a day here?
Any organizational problems, anything, any questions from this meeting?
Yes, guys,
Great.
I just go ahead, Mr.
Uh,
Circle.
no, go ahead, Mohammed. Go ahead.
Okay, guys. I just want to remind you something. As you can see right now, we have a policy within the company. So please, guys, we need everyone to respect the policy, respect the people that you work on, respect your times, commit. Yeah, like for example, you are saying we're gonna commit 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, whatever. Please commit your time that you agreed on, first of all. And second, if you have any issues, you have your team lead. Ask your team lead to help you. If your team lead doesn't help you, try to reach out to Oliver. Try to reach out to Saleh. Try to reach out to me, so we can help you within any issues that you have actually within your tasks or with everything else. And I said the last week, I'm not gonna say about that topic. I'm gonna mention right now, but I actually need to say it again, like, Yi. I don't know if some of you know Yi or not, but Yi was part of the multimodal team. He said he is a team lead for us and asked us to purchase some GPUs. He used the credit card of Mr. John, and suddenly we find out like the credit card is like the account by minus, like more than 1,800 just and less than 1 week for some tools we use with the company. So how this happens? So we asked him about what happens. He said, I didn't do anything, but he actually had the credential of the account, and we didn't do anything for him. Mr. John was tried to tolerate him, dealing with him in a good way. All of us tried to deal with him in a good way, but he was kind of aggressive, like we did something bad to him. So I don't understand him, but from what I saw, from what I know, we didn't do anything for him. He was pushing the company for the GPUs, and we agreed on what he asked for. And after that, he was talking about budget like maybe 200 or 300 a month. We find out like other things like that, like more than $1,000 a month. And some other times, Mr. John found out like someone using the credit card to purchase other things like so, guys, please, we all here just in one team. We try to learn. Every one of us here is not for a game. We try to learn, try to have experience because after 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever, even if you continue with the company, you try to build your experience. You try to build some kind of trust between the people, so you can land a job after that. So please, deal with the people in a good manner. And if you have any issues, try to reach out to me, Oliver, Saleh, and obviously Mr. John. And yeah, this is from me, Mr. John.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Mohammed. Yeah, we're not sure what we're gonna do regarding Yi. Yeah, he used our credit card unauthorized, and he was, yeah, acting really weird. He got off of our group chat and was talking to people individually, and yeah, and so, and he created this group, and it was like, um, which is identity theft. Uh, so anyway, we're not sure how we're trying to go through the bank to see about all these charges that were made and try and address them. But yeah, how we deal with the situation with Yi is still up in the air. We want to try to talk to him, but we think he's like bipolar or something, and he's got, he needs some help. Clearly, we're not sure if he's doing things just with bad intent. He actually needed to stay in the States, and he's on his visa, and I was trying to work something out with him where he could perhaps work recruitment and contact a lot of the historic people that had applied for vision language, and to see if yeah, he could earn some commissions, and he could stay in the States and not lose his visa. And so it's kind of weird how he's kind of gone down this path, but you know, uh, anyway, I think it's not a good lesson right now as far as like dealing with uh, credit cards and card information and security. So um, how we'll deal with that in the future. We're try to limit things to now with Mohammed in operations. Kind of, he's going to be the go-to person for purchasing stuff on the card. I'm not really, I don't want to be an admin dealing with finances and stuff. So, but yeah, but I think everyone's doing a great job. We're moving things forward slowly but surely, and yeah, we're making some really good progress. So we just need to continue to try and push these over the line, and start seeing, start generating some revenue. And as I said before, I mean, the stuff that we're working on, um, you know, it would be rare for any of us to have the opportunity to work on projects like these, unless you're, at a high level experienced and you're in San Francisco. Um, and so we're working on some pretty amazing stuff. And if, uh, yeah, and as we push these out, hopefully start generating some revenue. Um, like with any startups, everyone that's kind of early, reaps a lot of the benefits of being at an early startup. And so, yeah, so for those of you who are planning to be with FloLabs mid to long term, we're all looking forward to, getting these products out the door. And I like many of you need income, and I've been investing the last 2.5 years, and I want to get on the earn and learn program like Mohammed is now. So yeah, and I know a lot of y'all are in the same boat. Some of you might be, looking for jobs, and others might, have jobs and, be, engaged here as well. Like Oliver, I hope we're going to get to a point sometime in the not too distant future so we can get Oliver on board with us full time. But yeah, just we got some really interesting projects, and we've got a good core team, although a lot of part timers, and our structure is what it is, and just got to keep on pushing things forward, and uh, yeah, making progress slowly but surely. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day, and see you during the week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.